How is it going, everyone? We've got yet another great PlayStation Store update to go over in this video. Off the heels of reviews getting added to the PlayStation Store, now we're adding another feature that I think is fantastic. A fantastic addition to the PlayStation Store, so we'll talk about that. On top of that, a new PlayStation Plus Premium game trial has gone live, and it's one of the few games on the PlayStation Store that does have a user review. We'll talk about that, the trial. The user review, you know what? We'll give a shout out to the user review as well. Shout out to him. We'll cover his review of Ball X Pit. It's the singular review of this game on the PlayStation Store, so we'll talk about that, but it's a game that's been getting a lot of traction. An update on a free-to-play title, Marvel Rivals getting a PvE Zombies mode. October the 23rd, celebrate Halloween in Marvel Rivals' first ever PvE mode, so we'll get to that at the end of this video. But like I said, off the heels of reviews getting added, now the PlayStation Store shows the lowest price of a game in the last 30 days during a sale. Love this edition. I wish it would note something that was like, oh, this is a all-time historic low offer, but that's why you guys watch our videos, you know. PlayStation, don't be putting us out of business. We still need to do the videos on our historic low game deal, so you know what? In actuality, lowest price in 30 days to keep the viability of this channel going, I'm all for it. But, for example, Pacific Drive is $14.99 right now. Its lowest price in the last 30 days is $14.99. Why I bring up the historic low is because there are a lot of instances where games get juiced up in price and then they just stay juiced up in price for a while. Their sale price gets juiced up, I should say. They'll very rarely actually juice up like the base price of a game, but if a game's like 4 or 5 years old, if you pay the base price for a game that's, you know, 4 or 5 years old, you're an absolute sucker and you shouldn't be doing that. But for example, Bandai Namco and their anime games like Naruto Storm 4, I don't know if it's on sale right now, but it goes on sale these days, 25% off for $14.99. $14.99 for Naruto Storm 4 is insane for a game that's 9 years old, and it's been the case for a lot of Bandai Namco's anime titles as well. I don't know what's up with that as far as that game getting juiced up. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is another one that it used to go on sale for like $3.99, $5.99. Now it goes on sale for $9.99. Look, if you're watching this channel, you know I'm gonna be petty pinching for those dollars. I'm sure there's somebody out there being like, bro, why are you going unhinged over a couple of dollars? Because you know what? We're financially cognizant on this channel, and I'm here to bring you guys the deals, and I observe these things, you know, and most people aren't gonna notice things like that, but when you're doing it as a profession of covering these deals, I'm gonna notice things like that. And it happens time to time when there's a big upgrade that is released, like Witcher 3, when the free upgrade for that coincided with like the Netflix series airing as well, and that upgrade dropped. Witcher 3's discount price shot up from $9.99 to like $39.99 for a while. Ultimately, it came back down to $9.99 for that little period, and that little period ended up being like 6 months to a year because the discount price went to like $39.99, then they dropped it to $29.99, then $24.99, then $19.99, then $14.99, and then ultimately it got down to $9.99. So I think the historic low is kind of relevant to know about because yes, it could be the lowest price in the last 30 days, like Jedi Fallen Order. You know, if it goes on sale for $9.99, yeah, that'll be the lowest price in the last 30 days, but all time, is it the lowest price? It absolutely is not, but yeah, still a very nice addition, and to coincide with reviews getting added, love that. Speaking of reviews, Ball X Pit is a game that's been getting stellar reviews. Kind of a breakout indie title from this year. I mean, it's published by Devolver, but you get the idea. A smaller scale game. It's been a breakout. $14.99, and now it does have a free PlayStation Plus Premium game trial. You can play the game for an hour. I know it's not really free. You pay for PlayStation Plus Premium, and I've said that Premium is kind of a scam, but you get a 1 hour game trial. You can try out Ball X Pit, and reviews have gotten added to the PlayStation Store, like I said, and one user actually posted a review on this game. Now, I'm curious. I don't believe there's a way to actually post the review from your PlayStation console itself. I might be wrong about that. You can leave the star ratings, but actually post a review, I think you have to do that from the website. Maybe they have something baked into the app. But at this stage of the game, writing a review off the console, I don't think is possible. And also, let me add this, writing a review on a console sounds absolutely heinous. Like, you have to be so mad at a game. You have to be so infuriated at a game for doing something wrong, or you just hate the game, that you're gonna sit down and you're like, oh my god, I'm just gonna type this review out with a controller. Now, you could do a very brief review, like a 4-word review or a 5-word review, but the idea of sitting down, some of the Steam reviews are very in-depth, and, you know, you're talking about paragraphs being written out. Are people really gonna sit down and write out like a 3-paragraph post about a review on the PlayStation Store on a controller? That just sounds absolutely heinous, and I don't know if anybody's gonna do that. But this one user noted on Ball X Pit, wow, there are several different genres blended together here that create something so much better than the sum of its parts. It has roguelite survivors, base building, upgrade systems, bosses with interesting mechanics. It's just so well done, I can't understate that. This game is easily worth the price of admission. And hey, how about you post that review somewhere on the PlayStation Store as well? I feel like highlighting it from a verified person that purchased the game, it means so much more than a star rating, because some people just look at everything having like a 4.5 star rating, but a review that has some thought put into it, prominently feature that. And as more reviews trickle out of these major games that are coming out, you know, prominently feature some of these reviews. Not only positive reviews, negative reviews as well, because Steam does a good job of combining the two. I don't know if the PlayStation Store is going to be in a position where they're going to want to feature, you know, negative reviews, because, you know, they're trying to make the most money that they can. Steam isn't a publicly traded company, Valve isn't a publicly traded company, I should say, but Sony, you know, they're trying to make as much money as they can off the PlayStation Store, and highlighting negative reviews, yes, in a vacuum, you might be like, we're pushing away people from buying the game, but that builds consumer goodwill, and they'll keep their money, and they'll spend that money on a game that's more relevant to their purchase, to what they want out of a game, and if they buy the games that they want to play, that'll lead them to buy more games, because they'll feel like money well spent. It's a whole cycle. I'm sure PlayStation knows this, but I think it could be pretty effective just promoting these reviews a little bit more. So love to see that. And Ball X Pit, like I said, a game that's been getting a lot of traction, a lot of positive buzz, and PlayStation Plus Premium trial for that is available. Now, lastly, available for free is Marvel Rivals. I know that there's been some discussion over the game's falling player base, but I still think this is one of the better competitive shooters on the market today, and maybe it's because it's one of the competitive shooters that I actually got into in recent memory. But now it will be adding its first ever PvE mode in zombie mode. In this Marvel Zombies inspired mode, you get to play as Thor, Blade, Magic, Jeff, and the Punisher, taking on endless waves of zombies. Marvel Games executive producer Danny Q said in the video reveal. You'll have to survive the horde, go toe-to-toe with Zombie Namor and the Queen of the Dead bosses, and fight to save the world from getting totally zombified. We also have given each hero some unique abilities. Charge through the hordes as Jeff, slice and dice with blades, bouncing moon blades, shock zombies with Thor in his persistent awakened state, or go berserk as Magic in her unlimited Dark Child form. Showcase your epic combat skills against the zombie swarms and tough bosses. That is available for free in Marvel Rivals' first PvE game mode, Zombie Mode. It will be dropping on October the 23rd, so you can jump back into Marvel Rivals with that and celebrate Halloween as well with a bit of a spooky vibe to the game. But that'll do it for me. Again, PlayStation Store getting another big improvement in adding the lowest price in 30 days. Love to see the improvements that the PS Store is making. More improvements need to be made. I think, you know, getting reviews prominently featured would be great, but Ball X Pit got a 1-hour full game trial. It's got a review posted, so like to see that, and again, get those reviews prominently posted, because who's actually buying these games on the PlayStation Store website on their desktop? Everybody just buys them on their console, so get a prominent feature section for the reviews. That's what we need out of that. And Marvel Rivals getting a big update in its first PvE component in Zombies. The free game will be getting a sizable update come October 23rd. That's gonna do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.